For some of you, the subject of digital advertising may be new. Most of you are familiar with the traditional forms of advertising, but some of you may be surprised to know what's taking place out there in the marketplace. For example, the revenue from print advertising has fallen 7 consecutive years in a row. TV viewership is down a staggering 50% since 2002. However, while that's taken place, digital advertising has averaged a 20% growth pattern over the last 8 years, which is when they started tracking the results of digital advertising. Digital advertising spending has overtaken every form of advertising, whether it be radio, magazines, newspapers, etc., except television. And by 2018, it is projected that digital advertising revenue will even exceed television. Digital signage advertising has stopping power. Studies show that 63% of the people say that digital signage catches their attention. That's more than any other medium out there. And the Nielsen media research shows that it's not just that it catches their attention, but studies show that people find it more interesting, unique, entertaining, and less annoying. Media Life showed that the recall rate of digital advertising is double that of televised content. The Nielsen media research shows that 89% of the patrons say that they view the screens during their visit. The Nielsen research also shows that 35% of the viewers were visiting a retail merchant the same day they viewed the advertising, and that 53% of the viewers recalled one or more of the ads. And the Arbitron study showed that 42% of retail video viewers would prefer shops that have displays. The iSupply study showed that digital signage has 47% effectiveness on brand awareness, thus increasing the average purchase amount by over 29%. The Media Life study showed that most people say that advertising on digital signage catches their attention, and they consider such advertising unique and entertaining and less annoying than both traditional and online media. An executive at Ogilvy and Mather, a top-flight advertising agency, stated that digital advertising gives a kind of street credence and instant relevance to brands that maybe no other medium can. Another study showed that today people are spending a record amount of time with media outside their home. That same study showed that instead of reaching people at home on screens, where they might expect to be marketed to, out-of-home video reached them on the go, where perhaps they weren't expected to get marketed to. A comment by iPortmedia.com said, "Imagine if you could get a mere 5% lift in sales. It's not unusual to get a 20% lift in sales if the message is targeted to the right people at the right time." The IBM Institute for Value Study stated that the next 5 years will hold more change for the advertising industry than the entire previous 50 years did. Another study from the Guide by Digital Signage Today said that customers are much more demanding and they expect empowerment. Customers are time constrained and they're not willing to wait, and since they have an abundance of choice of what they can buy and where, they may set unrealistic demands on their suppliers. That same study stated that with a whole generation brought up on instant messaging and video on demand and iPods, the attention span of most people continues to shrink. Today, people are out and about living their busy lives, thus making it even more difficult for advertisers to reach them with traditional advertising media. With Americans spending more and more of their time away from home, nearly everywhere they go, there is an opportunity where digital signage could and should engage them. Digital signage attracts viewers' attention, it creates ambiance, informs, educates, and influences purchase decisions. Media 360 is distinctly positioned in this space. Our unique cloud-based service maximizes viewer impact. In addition, Media 360 is uniquely positioned to help local community businesses get their message out and do it in a more targeted manner compared to their current options. In addition, Media 360 provides businesses the ability to better target their advertising dollars. At Media 360, our goal is to build out as quickly as possible and create as large a footprint with our franchises and corporate stores as we can. And I imagine at some level we'll probably stop licensing new franchises. Our objective is to be acquired or do an IPO in 5 to 7 years. So it will end up being a nice ride for those that want to join us. And even if we don't do an IPO, our franchisees will be well compensated along the way.